Good morning, 23rd March 21. Competitor wages. The labor market is not moving much, and there is a tendency US dollar to depreciate because the printing of money, and this could be very positive for budgets in dollars. Uh, Most of the ROPACs officers have had an increase and are mostly now under the terms and conditions of a 1-1 basis. European officers shortage is growing, and also ratings. In the ratings side, if we talk about European, we are having a huge wage increase because there is not any supply. Europe has not been able to adapt positive coronavirus to train seafarers. I must give a special thanks to Novi Gondas in Latvia. I really have never seen such a first class training center. Thank you from my heart. I mean, you are doing great job for Latvia, and the intrinsic value generated is great. But back to the wages. The rest of the chemical is still in the same budget, 1.05, say, for a chemical tanker. Now we even have more nationalities. Also, India has proved to supply and train. Thank you very much also from my heart that we are keeping the market as is in the chemical tanker, because the long-term compound intrinsic to Indian society is huge. And the other wages are stable in the market. If we look at international Asian cruise, Latin American cruise, Ukrainian, Russian cruise, most of the wages have not changed. Even we have seen in the international chemical tanker, bulk carrier, container, a little decrease in the wages of the top four. As I mentioned, there is a huge new generation of young officers, which I thank you so much for joining the maritime seas, because we have long-term employment for you, and we're fighting non-stop to have this long-term view. The wages in that sector have decreased a little bit, let's say 20% in the top officers, so that now the digital 21, it is really made even. The average wages of top officers are getting closer and closer and closer. At shore, they have this big MAC index to compare cost of living in each country, which is perfect. But at sea, we are, let's say, having about a 15%. So it is very small gap between different nationalities. Of course, Europe has now been too late. Therefore, the wages will go up and the supply will disappear because other countries have invested in their own people much stronger. Maritime is a long-term business, and this is what you seafarers please must think about, the long term. Let's be promoted. You can be promoted, and the last 30 years of your career will account, or the last even 5 years of your career will account the same as the previous 45. So the expectancy is that we have to sign budgets in dollars. If the US keeps printing money, there is going to be, I expect a 20% decrease with regards to euro in 2021. This is what the macroeconomists are thinking. Uh, Therefore, the European supply will be gone forever because the shortage of old Europeans plus inefficient training facilities, minimum wages, all the complications of 27 states trying to fight one coronavirus. So imagine 27 states trying to fight training of future supply of sea officers and ratings. Just please don't think about it twice. We don't need two waves for them, just one wave, and I'm sorry, it's too late to surf it. You are just too late, too slow, and the problem. So now that you even had this problem, there is a shark behind the wave called depreciation of the dollar 20%. And this will take care of you. Don't worry. We are not going to look back. We are going to look forward. And seafarers have to take all the opportunities they have now as the market is, because there is huge opportunities going from 60,000 ships to 100,000 ships in just 10 years, 7 years means there is going to be huge opportunities for you that we in the maritime sector are fighting very strong, working, generating utility, intrinsic value, compounding it. And those countries that have invested in this seafarer supply are really now getting the value to their countries, and therefore the wages have not increased so much. Now the biggest sufferer of this is due to the inefficiency, and the 27 different training systems in Europe is going to be Europe. Yes, and now then this wave, just one tsunami, we don't need two in Europe, just with one tsunami it's enough, with the coronavirus and also with the officer and rating training. So this is the tendency today that I hope you ship owner are staying safe and are investing, and I hope you really like this. There is another, of course, situation today, which is the catering. Let's say the hospitality crew, of course, because this coronavirus, the wages have fallen. Let's say in the managers, I am sending quotes now for cruise ships and for ferries, that the managers' wages have fallen about 20%, 10% in the top, because it's very specific key. In the galley, they have not fallen because it is very hard to find cooks. So if you want to solve your unemployment problems, please, we need cooks. Yes, humans eat. Yes, okay, just a message for politicians so they know that humans eat, and on board ships, seafarers like to eat well because they are heroes. They deserve to, whilst they supply 90% of the world transport and the goods, then they also deserve to eat pretty well, if I can say. Therefore, the cooks' wages have not fallen. I not expect them to fall in the short, medium, or long term. And I also expect that the rest of the ratings and the hospitality crew, the average wages have fallen, let's say, from, we have 1,315 euros, and now we can get the supply from other countries, Asian countries, Latin American countries at 1,100 euros. Now, when the euro becomes equal to the dollar, so that means that the wages in this sector has fallen about, say, 30, 40%. That has been the most endangered wage. Also because the coronavirus has really targeted the hospitality show. So I hope you like this video, and we have very close watch of all our competitors, all of you. Yes, we have all the wage scales that you are paying today, and we think this is critical to keep them updated, because in the low side we see the catering and resume and these hospitality ratings, and then say 30% and 20% the managers. In the officer, it's about even, but if we look at European crew, the shortage is just so big that we just need this white shark called printing money in the USA, called inflation, called 20% depreciation, sorry, with the respect of euro or any other currencies. And this will just be the last touch for the European crews. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you liked this video, and be safe. Take care.